I know it's very fashionable in some circles to believe that your vote doesn't matter, but I can assure you it does matter, because you cannot leave the responsibility for the future, for your future and your children's future, to someone else. Your involvement in the concerns of your community can make a very real and immediate difference. And I plan to set up an open...
I have a question.
We'll take questions after the closing remarks.
Mrs. Buchanan, is a vote for you a vote for Viki Buchanan or a vote for Niki Smith?
I finished all my work for the day, which means I am yours all day. I'm going to be there at the studio with you. I'll sit there in your dressing room. I'll watch you up there. Hey, hello. Look who we have here. Hey, guy. Why don't you come over here to meet? Oh, boy, am I surprised to see you. How you doing?
Hi, Deborah. I'm surprised to see you, though. I thought this was your first day on Fraternity Row.
Well, yeah, but, I've got a late call, so, Cord suggested I come over and run for a bit, so... But if you're looking for Viki, she's, debating with Harvard University.
Oh, no, as a matter of fact. Well, you see, it's about the kitten. Al woke up this morning, and he was talking about it non-stop, Cord, so I hope you don't mind we came over so early to see him.
Oh, no, what are you talking about? Hey, you're always welcome here, right?
You don't suppose you could, spare some time?
Like when?
Like right now.
Hello?
Hello, I'm Father Vallone. I met you the other day at Max's place, at Al's birthday party. If you're here, could you come out? I'd like to talk to you. If you want me to leave, I will, but just come out and tell me to my face, okay?
What are you doing back here?
Oh, hi, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just...
What do you want?
Wander in here. What do I want? I got a proposition for you.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
You know, Al got a real kick out of that Electro Man doll you bought him. Gabrielle says he hasn't put it down since his birthday party.
I'm glad he likes it.
Look, Mr. I still don't know your name.
It doesn't matter.
Look, if I came on too strong, asked you too many questions the other night, I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to chase you out of that party.
Hey, you didn't, so don't worry about it.
You know, you've been on my mind a lot lately.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You live by yourself in this house. You don't go out. You don't have many friends. You must be pretty lonely.
Hey, that's my business, okay?
You think it's better than being stared at in the street?
I know it is.
Gabrielle's not bothered by your scars.
Oh, so now you're a shrink. Hey, Father, I'm not interested, okay?
Look, I just think you're making a mistake hiding out here, that's all.
It's my life, not yours.
Hey, look. There's a group that meets with me every week. We have a few beers. We talk about their feelings, tell me what's going on in their life. Some are parishioners, some aren't. Some are Vietnam vets. You're more than welcome to come by.
No, thanks.
At least give it a little thought before you turn me down.
Hey, Father, I've never been much into groups, okay? I've been a loner most of my life. I like it just like that. I'm fine, so don't worry about me.
Look, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but if you change your mind, it's there for you.
I won't, so don't push it, okay?
Ooh. Sound a little like Gabrielle there. I mean, she keeps resisting me, but I haven't given up on her yet.
Hey, that's between you and her.
You care about her, don't you?
Just because you wear the collar, Father, doesn't give you the right to pry into other people's business.
Oh, I'm not prying. I'm just worried about Gabrielle.
Oh, yeah? So what does that have to do with me?
Well, if you care about her, then there is something you can do to help.
Well, Cord, I was just thinking since you miss CJ so much, and I know that Al misses... Well, the two of you could spend some time together, but we could come back later if this is a bad time.
That'd be nice. And I think I'm going to have to take a rain check on the playtime, though, all right? Because you know what? I promised your Aunt Deborah that I was going to go to the studio with her today and give her some support because she's got a real tough day.
Oh, that's so nice of you, Cord, really. I was planning to come by later on and give you support, too.
You are?
Yes. In fact, I have a wonderful idea. Why don't you go on ahead? That way Al and Cord can spend some time together, and then we'll both go over after the run-through. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that would have to be up to Deborah because she's the one with butterflies in her stomach, right?
Yes, I think you should go out and find pumpkins. And I just want to speak to Gabrielle alone for a minute.
Okay.
Sweetheart, don't forget, it's a little tiny kitten. Don't squeeze too hard, all right?
Say, oh, we won't, Ma. Don't worry about it. Come on, let's go find that cat. Let's go.
Oh, I really think this kitten is the best thing. It seems as though it's got his mind off of Max. Deborah, you've been very good about understanding. I really do appreciate it.
I finally understand what you really are up to, and I'm not going to let you get away with it.
Can you give us any assurance that if you become elected, Niki Smith won't take over the mayor office?
No, I am saying that Niki Smith no longer exists.
As a psychology major, I've studied multiple personality syndrome.
Yeah, well, maybe you should have studied some manners.
As painful as this subject may be, we all have the right to be concerned.
Fine. Then let me calm your fears. Yes, it's true, my mother suffered from a dual personality, and it was difficult for her and for our family. But not only was she able to conquer those episodes, but the doctors have assured us that she is never going to suffer from that again. Niki Smith will never, never surface again. Obviously, otherwise she would not be running for election. One thing my mother does understand is the challenge of adversity. And my mother is a winner. And I am telling you that if she is capable of dealing with Niki Smith and defeating her, then she is capable of confronting every problem in this town and solving it. Now, my mother wrote several articles for the Banner explaining this horrible ordeal that she went through. Niki Smith is been commonly acknowledged. Everyone knows about her. I suggest you read those articles. Might teach you a little something that you haven't learned in your psychology books. Namely, that the power of the human spirit not only endures, but prevails.
Thank you, Ms. Gordon. Our time is up. On behalf of the Llanview University Student Council, I would like to extend my thanks and appreciation to our candidates for sharing their views with us.
I don't know what to say, Ms. Gordon, if you can. I apologize for the embarrassing questions.
Thank you, but it was hardly your fault. You know, when you become a public figure, unfortunately, your life becomes public as well.
Well, it doesn't excuse bad manners. I'm really sorry.
Thank you.
Victoria, I feel terrible about what that young man did to you. Are you okay? I hope you don't think I had anything to do with those questions.
Do you know something, Roger? That thought never crossed my mind. Although I'm quite sure that if Herb ever needed a juicy bit of scandal, you could provide it for him, couldn't you?
You know I don't play those games.
I didn't think you did, but then I never thought you would betray me either. So quite frankly, I don't know what you are capable of.
But Victoria, about what happened between us.
What happened between us is over. Now you go your way, and I go mine.
Did you plant that student in the audience?
Oh, for crying out loud. I want to win this election, Roger, but I'm not going to destroy Viki to do it.
Don't look at me. I thought it was reprehensible. I actually felt sorry for Viki. Well, I did.
I am beginning to wonder if the right member of this family is running for mayor. Your speech was brilliant. Thank you very much for standing up for me.
What are daughters for? Come on, let's get out of here.
Megan. May I talk with you?
With me.
Yeah, you're right. I do care about her. And I'll do whatever I can to help her.
That's what I was hoping you'd say.
Okay, so what's the story?
Well, here's the tricky part, because I can't give you many specifics without betraying confidences, but has she ever mentioned a man named Max Holden, Al's father?
Yeah, isn't that the guy who died in the car crash?
That's right. She was planning to marry him.
Yeah, I know that.
She's having a very tough time getting over that loss.
Yeah, well, I know something about loss, Father. I guess you could say that we're kindred spirits because of it. Maybe that's why maybe she comes up here and talks to me.
Maybe.
You're really not thrilled about our relationship, are you?
No, I'm not.
And why not?
Because it's not healthy.
Oh.
Look, it's nothing personal.
No, of course not.
No, it's not. It's just this lifestyle you've chosen for yourself, isolated from the rest of the world. Now, this might be fine for you, but it's not what Gabrielle needs.
What the hell makes you think you know what she needs, Father? I'm sorry. What do you think she needs?
She needs to get out of this depression. All right? In her anger and her bitterness, she latched onto some goals that I think will end up hurting her. Now, I'm trying to steer her in the right direction, but she keeps fighting me, and now you come along. And I'm afraid she might take this in the opposite direction. She might go to the other extreme. She might isolate herself from everyone.
And why would she do that?
Why? Because it's an easy way out, that's why.
Not if I got to her. I'd help her to open up, face her grief, and start making a new life for herself.
Look, I really appreciate that, but you don't know a thing about Gabrielle. She's a very complicated woman. You don't know what's best for her. I think I was just getting through to her. And now you come along, and I don't know, if she quits on me, I don't stand a chance. You see, I need a chance to get her back on track. Look, I'm sorry, I'm not being very clear about this, but I can't give you the specifics.
Okay,
exactly.
okay, I got it. I'll do what I can to help her. Thanks for stopping by, Father.
I'll keep you in my prayers.
You think I'm playing games with you?
Mother tried to warn me, but I refused to believe her. I didn't want to believe that you would hurt me. Well, not deliberately anyway.
Of course I wouldn't deliberately hurt you.
Well, then why are you trying to steal Cord from me?
Steal Cord? I've never heard of anything so ridiculous with friends.
Oh, but now you want more than friendship. That's why you're always turning up. You know, coming over, needing his help, bringing Al over, appealing to his loneliness.
I'm not surprised that Mother put these ideas in your head. But I am surprised and hurt that you believed her.
I came to these conclusions all by myself. Ever since the first moment I told you I was attracted to Cord, you thought of 100 reasons why I shouldn't be with him. And now I understand why. Because you wanted him for yourself.
There was only one reason, Tina. I wanted to protect you from her.
Oh, well, if that's so, I don't need your protection. Cord is not with her anymore. He's divorcing her as she is.
Oh, when are they
California.
getting divorced? Do you have a date?
Well, no. But they have got to work out this custody.
And how long has Tina been in California? Why haven't they worked out the custody before now?
Because she is being nasty about it.
Oh, and why is she being nasty, Deborah? Could it be that she still wants Cord? Could it be that she knows that he wants CJ and that is the hold she has on him and she's not about to let go of him?
Look, Cord doesn't love her anymore. She has nothing to hang on to.
You don't wake up one morning and say to the person that you loved, hey, I don't love you anymore. Love is far more complicated, my dear.
Tina betrayed their trust.
Yes, she did. And Cord is angry and hurt. But make no mistake, there's a large part of his heart that still belongs very much to her.
Look, that doesn't mean they'll get back together again. And while Tina's
She's only
away...
biding her time. She is using CJ's custody in order to stop the divorce from being final. And when she comes back to town, which I'm certain she will, I can guarantee you she'll use every trick in the book to win him back.
Well, let her try. She won't win.
And what if she does win? Where's that going to leave you? I'll tell you exactly where. You will be devastated. And that's something I don't want to see. Now, if you had taken my advice earlier on, you wouldn't be so hung up on him now. Would you please forget about Cord before you really do get hurt? Debra, I know how painful this must be for you, but the sooner you get over Cord, you'll...
Stop pretending that you care about me. And stop pretending that you don't want anything from Cord. If you want him, why don't you fight with me honestly instead of manipulating everything around as if you're protecting me from Tina?
Oh, you don't know the first thing about deceit or manipulation until you've seen Tina in action.
I'm getting a pretty good lesson in it right now. Every time I've arranged to meet Cord, somehow you've managed to appear needing him. That is no coincidence. You planned them.
If you think for 1 minute that I planned to come over here this morning because I thought you were with Cord, you are very paranoid. This visit had nothing to do with you, my dear. Al likes being with Cord. Cord likes being with Al. I think they could help each other.
Well, you help yourself to Cord. Very convenient.
Listen, Missy. I have known Cord and Tina since before I came to Llanview. I know a hell of a lot about them. I also know that this relationship with Cord will end in disaster. That is my motive, Debra. To stop you from getting hurt.
Well, if that is to leave me alone. I have never, ever felt this way about a man before. And it's true, I don't have your experience with men, but I know that he is not stringing me along. He is too honest for that.
Oh, I'm sure Cord has the best intentions in the world. But when Tina comes back in the picture, Cord's feelings will rise to the surface, and you will be the one with the broken heart.
Well, if I am, I'll deal with it. And you know what? You can say, I told you so.
You listen, and you listen damn good. As long as Tina is in this equation, you haven't got a bloody hope. You are no competition for her. She is very strong, she is very accomplished, and you look like a stupid little childish girl with her. Debra. Oh.
Gabrielle. Gabrielle, what's going on? Where'd Debra go?
We had an argument, and, Cord, I didn't mean to upset her, but I did, and she ran out of here.
You know, she is so bent out of shape out of this fraternity row thing. Anything will set her off today.
Yeah.
I better go after her.
Mm-hmm. I want Tina to be home. Tina! Hi, yes, it's Gabrielle. Yeah, taking it day by day. You know how difficult it is. Cord. You know, Cord is, you know, he misses CJ a lot. And if you want to smooth things over with him, you know, maybe you should send CJ over here for a stay. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, it would prove that you're not trying to keep CJ out of Cord's life, wouldn't it? No, I'm not trying to pull something, Tina. Hey, listen, I made a suggestion. It would be great for Al and CJ to spend some time together. You don't have to come... No, I'm not angry. Really. I understand. Why don't you make up your mind, yes, and call me when you're ready. Sure. Hi.
Sorry I'm late. I had to wait till the housekeeper left the house before I could do your laundry. I picked up the groceries. Max, what's wrong? Is it something I've done, something I haven't done?
No. The priest came back again.
That's my fault. I'm making up that story about selling the house for the Outlook project.
Forget about it. It has nothing to do with the house. He's worried about Gabrielle. He wants me to stop seeing her. And guess what? He wants me to tell her not to come up here again.
Why?
I guess he feels that she's withdrawing from the real world again, like the way she did when she first learned that I died in the car crash.
Well, you don't want to stop seeing her, do you?
No. Is that selfish?
I don't know. But if he feels that it's no good for Gabrielle, don't you think you should take his advice?
She's really happy up here when she comes. She opens up to me. She feels comfortable. She's at peace here with me. I think I can help her.
You're falling in love with her again?
I never stopped loving her. I've seen her at her best and at her worst. I know her better than anybody else. And I know I can help her better than the priest.
Is that all you want, Max?
No, of course not. The bottom line is, I want her to be happy.
With someone else? Could you be satisfied helping her get her life together? And her going off with someone else? Or do you want to hold on to her? Do you want to be part of her life yourself? Are you holding on to her in hopes that she'll fall in love with you again?
Why didn't you keep the pressure on Viki? Why did you let Megan defend her?
Mr. Grant, I did my best. I warned you from the beginning this was a lousy idea, but you insisted.
Yes, well, I don't suppose you'll refuse to accept the payment?
I would, but I didn't need the money for my dorm fees.
Where the hell were you? I was right there where you told me to be.
Doing nothing, as usual. I don't know why I'm surprised. You have yet to do anything regarding this whole affair. I think it's about time that you kept up your end of the bargain.
Whoa, I did everything you asked me to do. I bugged her room, I went through it, I taped her conversations. There's no dirt to be found. It's not my fault. Except for this porno film, which you think nobody cares about. This girl's squeaky clean.
The hell she is.
Well, then you go find some dirt on her, Burke.
I already have. It seems about the same time our little saint made the porno film, she also posed for a calendar in her birthday suit.
I don't believe it.
You will when I get the pictures.
Where did you see this calendar?
I didn't see it. It was never published, but I got my information from a very good source. I'm tracking down the photographer now, and I'm sure he'll sell us the negatives for the right price.
Probably thrown them away by now.
Trust me, photographers never throw away their negatives.
I'll be damned, Burke. I thought we were fighting a losing battle here.
Nobody's gonna give a damn about those pictures now, Gran.
You know something? You have very little imagination. You have disappointed me. We'll find plenty of use for them.
Max, I think you need to stop and think about the consequences before you jump into something with Gabrielle.
You really think, she'll never love me again, do you?
Oh, that's what you thought after the accident. That's the reason you didn't tell her you survived. You thought she was better off and Al was better off, believing you were dead, dealing with the death and getting on with their lives.
Well, she wasn't able to do that. She wasn't afraid of me. She wasn't repulsed by my scars.
That doesn't mean she can love you. I'm sorry, Max, but I had to say that. Max. Maybe you can help her. And didn't you say that when she was here, she felt that she knew you in some special way?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe you're right. Maybe it is time for you to tell Gabrielle who you really are. And if she loves you, then you can pick up right where you left off before the accident.
But it could be too soon. Maybe she needs more time to get used to my face. But then there's Al. My little boy. I don't want to scare him. Every time when I think I have all the answers, I'm hit with a whole new bunch of questions.
I think the important answers now are Gabrielle's.
Listen, I want to spend some time alone, okay?
Am I confusing you?
No. You helped me. And I appreciate that. I just need to be alone to sort all this out, okay?
Whatever you decide, I'm with you, okay?
Okay.
I'm here. I don't know why I'm here. I confess to God Almighty and to Blessed Mary and all the rest of the saints and to you, Father. I have sinned in thought, in word, and in my deeds. I accuse myself of sins that I have done since my last confession. Since that time, I lost the only man that I could ever love. I have tried to find a new life for myself and my son. The road that I have chosen, it will hurt my sister. I already have hurt my sister. Father, I tried to take away the one man my sister loves. I don't know why. Especially when I know that she's one of the only people left in the world who loves me. Oh, Father, please help me. I need your counsel. I need your absolution.
Before I can give you penance, counsel, or absolution, you must first ask for God's forgiveness.
Tony!
Viki, I just hate to see you so upset.
It's not the question about Niki Smith that upset me anyway.
What is it?
It's your father. I wish you would leave me alone.
Well, what did he say?
He was afraid that I believed that he had hired that young man to embarrass me. Now, isn't that incredible after everything he's done to me?
He wanted to make it very clear to me that he hadn't. I mean, he was genuinely upset for you.
I know he was. For one instant, I saw the Roger I used to know.
I really don't know what's going on with him. I really don't.
Excuse me.
Jake.
The butler said I could come in. Hi, I'm Jake. I took the pictures at Bo and Sarah's wedding.
Oh, yes, of course, I remember you. How are you?
What are you doing here?
I was wondering if we could talk.
Actually, this isn't such a great time. Can I
It's all right,
in?
Megan. I have to change my clothes. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
How did you find me?
Well, I called around, and I just wanted to tell you, I think you did a great job today.
What do you mean?
At the college, defending your mother.
Oh, you heard about that.
I was there.
You were there? Well, why didn't you come say hello?
Well, I figured I'd keep a low profile. Besides, you looked kind of busy.
So you liked my little speech.
Yeah, I liked your little speech, except I think you set yourself up for a whole lot of trouble here.
What are you talking about?
The guy who tried to freak out your mother, 10 to 1 says that guy was paid. If he was paid by somebody, it's probably somebody who doesn't want to see your mother elected.
Wait, I saw Herb Callison's face when that student was attacking my mother. He was horrified. Trust me, he did not pay this guy.
No, it might not necessarily be Herb. There's more than just one person who doesn't want to see your mother elected as mayor.
Why are you so suspicious? Come on, maybe the student was genuinely curious and concerned. Or maybe he thought he could get his name in the paper if he created some kind of scandal.
Yeah, maybe. But if I'm right, and this guy was paid by somebody, then these people aren't going to be too happy with your performance. And they might try to get back at you somehow.
Get back at me?
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe getting something on you that might embarrass you, possibly.
Well, they can try all they want. They're not going to find anything. My life is an open book, Jake. Go ahead and pick up a TV magazine or The Intruder. It's all there in black and white. Believe me, I don't have any secrets.
You sure about this?
Jake, you're always so brutally honest with me. Now, why are you beating around the bush? If you want to tell me something, then just tell me.
Michael,
Dory, Roger, we're just going over tomorrow's speaking schedule.
forget about tomorrow. I want to know about today. What about it? The student heckler, Burke. The one you and Michael hired to make Viki look like a fool. Dorian, you are ranting again and not making a bit of sense. Roger, what is she talking about?
One of the students questioned Victoria about Niki Smith.
Well, Did she fall apart or what?
No, she handled herself quite well. So your money was wasted.
Now, wait. I provided the student council with a full background sketch of Viki Buchanan, but I certainly did not do anything or hire anyone to embarrass her.
Kids today are very smart. They know the right questions to ask, and they demand answers.
Cut the bull, Michael. There was a setup, and I want to know who's behind it.
Well, I don't care who's behind it, and I haven't got time to discuss it. I'm late for an appointment.
If you'll excuse me, I have a meeting also.
Just 1 minute. I want to get one thing very straight with you. If this kind of thing happens again, then you are out. I will not have Herb's campaign destroyed by your dirty tricks.
You didn't hire me, and you can't fire me.
No, but I can make damn sure that you are fired. So why don't you just cut the garbage and try and run a clean campaign from now on, if you're capable of it, which I doubt.
What has gotten into you, Dorian? I happen to know that you loathe Viki Buchanan. Why are you suddenly so worried about her?
I am looking out for Herb's best interest, which is what you are hired to do. So I suggest that you do it, starting now.
If you want to order someone around, practice on Roger. I take my orders from the top.
Come in.
Debra, what's going on? Why'd you take off like that without even coming to find me?
It's not your problem.
Well, I think that it is, Debra. I mean, you're upset about something, so that upsets me. Hey, come on, what happened?
Did Gabrielle say anything?
Well, she said that you had some kind of misunderstanding, Debra. And then I heard you take off, so I came looking for you. I didn't bother to wait for details. She looked pretty upset herself, though.
It'll work out.
Look, Debra, I'm here to help you, all right? Please let me.
I'll be fine, really. I'll be fine.
Debra. Okay, look. Have you had a chance to rehearse yet?
No. Not yet. Look, Cord, you don't have to waste your time with me. You could be with someone really sophisticated or mature or something.
Whoa, wait a minute. I mean, you were, like, raised in London. You've been all over Europe. You speak what? Maybe 2, 3 different languages? Personally, I think that's about all the sophistication a country bumpkin like myself can handle.
Cord, I'm so young, and I make all these stupid mistakes, and look,
Debra, will you stop? Why are you doing this to yourself? Has somebody said something to you? One of those jerk directors? Please, don't tell me you've been talking to some actor. Debra, it's obvious that somebody has said something to you. Who was it? Is this the, misunderstanding that you and Gabrielle had? See, this really confuses me, Debra. I mean, she's your sister. I mean, she supposedly loves you. Why would she say so many things to you to make you feel so lousy about yourself?
Oh, you. Oh, your name was not on the list for confessions today.
Listen, Father McDonough was called out of town at the last minute. I filled in for him. What difference does it make?
What difference does it make? I never would have confessed if I knew I was confessing to you. You tricked me. You betrayed me. If you knew it was me, you should have stopped me.
No, I was too stunned at first, and then I was so relieved you came back to the church that you opened up your heart to God, your soul. Gabrielle.
Oh, what a fool. God is going to help me.
God will help you.
Oh, oh! He's betrayed me. You have betrayed me. There's nobody I can trust anymore. No one.
Gabrielle, come back. Gabrielle.
I just find it hard to believe there's nothing in your past that you don't regret doing.
Well, aside from the porno film, there was this film that was offered to me. I read the script, I liked it, I signed the contract, but by the time I got to the studio on the first day, they changed the whole thing around.
So what did you do? Why didn't you just walk?
Because the producer said that he would ruin me. He would end my career in 2 seconds flat, and like a fool, like a very big fool, I believed him. And later he blackmailed me with that lousy film. But I'm telling you, that is no secret, Jake. The whole world knows about that. It was plastered on the front page of The Intruder. That's the only thing that I've ever done. Trust me, I learned the hard way.
That's it. Nothing else risque. No waitressing jobs, topless, no go-go dancing, nothing.
Jake! I mean, I don't know why you're so concerned about all of this. I'm more worried about my mother getting blown away by some drug lord.
Have the cops and the feds on his tail? No, I don't think that'll happen. But pulling skeletons out of closets is a specialty in politics, and that's what I'm worried about.
Well, I don't have any skeletons in my closet. Trust me. Thank you for being concerned. But what? Why are you staring at me like that?
I just wonder if I'm going to ever see the person that's hiding behind that wall that you keep putting up.
Well, maybe someday you will.
Sometimes when we're angry, we say things that we don't mean.
Look, Cord, Gabrielle thinks that we shouldn't be together.
Well, maybe you did misunderstand her then.
No. She made herself crystal clear.
All right, then I am confused, okay? Because I was under the assumption that Gabrielle and I were kind of getting along these days, that we were like friends. I don't understand why she would say something like this, why she would all of a sudden turn on me like that.
Well, she feels that you're wrong for me and that you'll end up hurting me.
Well, that Gabrielle is the one who's wrong.
Well,
Listen, I promise you, I'm not going to hurt you.
Well, she doesn't mean that you do it deliberately. It's just...
Listen to what I'm saying. Trust me. I'm not going to hurt you, Deborah. Listen, do you know what we have got? We can relax with one another. We can be ourselves. We can tell lousy jokes and get away with it. It's not like that terrible tragedy I went through with Tina. Deborah, you have taught me how to have fun again.
No, Cord, you don't have to say this to make me feel better.
Well, wait a minute. I'm not saying this to make you feel good. I'm saying it because it's true. Like last Sunday, in the magazine section of the banner, there was this like little questionnaire thing about, is the person you're dating right for you? Did you see that?
No.
Well, I did, and I filled it out with us in mind. Now, the first section, we like failed that miserably because, like, on the exterior, face it, we're like different as night and day. But the other section about trust and honesty and values, we scored perfect 10. Well, it was 9. It was one part I wasn't too sure about. The kissing part I fudged on that.
Hello? Are you here? I've come back to see you. Hello?
Hi.
Hi. I hope this isn't a bad time.
No. I'm happy to see you.
I wanted to thank you for Al's birthday present. He really loves it.
I'm glad. You seem upset. Why? What's wrong?
Nothing. Everything.
Do Do you want to talk about it?
I just came from church. A confession. You Catholic?
No.
Well, when I was growing up, I used to go to church. I'd always find peace there. I would go and sit and think about things. And then a long time went by when I didn't go. But then I found my way back there again. And I found that peace that was missing for many years.
And you didn't find it today, did you?
No. No, I'm more confused than ever right now.
I'm sorry. I'm not very religious or anything, but, I don't know, maybe you should go back and
No,
try again.
that wouldn't work. What does seem to work is when I'm here with you. I really envy the life that you have here.
Oh, there's nothing to envy, believe
Oh,
me.
yes, there is. You're tucked away from all the cruelty and lies from people who supposedly care about you. I think there's a great deal to envy in your life here. You don't know what I would give to have a life like yours. To have a place of shelter like this. Can I stay with you?
The lucky system for picking winners gets Larry in over his head on Perfect Strangers. Then following just the 10 of us, crying, find out the emotional